Wow. I'm so stupid.
Okay, so when you are ready, feel free to. Well, you've already introduced yourself like twice already, so you probably know how to do it by now. And introduce the run, let us know what you're doing, and give me a countdown for when to start the timer, and we'll get started.
Okie dokie, are we live now?
We are live, yes.
Hello, everybody. Hello, my name is Garlips. I've got a surprise for you, a spooky surprise. Yes, all of you, it's time to go back to school. School's in, not out, actually, as Alice Cooper once sang. Yeah, we're going to Casper Scare School today, where Casper lives. This is Casper, by the way. He's incredibly creepy, and he will find you in your sleep. So when you go to bed tonight, maybe, circle of salt, all that stuff. But we're going to begin here by restarting this level. So I'll count us in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin! So, welcome to Casper Scare School. It is a very bad game, created by a developer that, didn't make bad games, but basically the publishing house that commissioned this title and many others that I happen to speedrun because I'm a glutton for punishment, called Blast Publishing. Put out a load of utter dreck on the PlayStation 2, Wii, a little bit of DS stuff as well, sort of mid to late aughts. And Casper Scare School is one of the licenses or properties that they bought up at the time, the rights to. They also have Thunderbirds, which is another game that I run, a fantastic game. Probably, I would say Thunderbirds is one of the best Blast Publishing games there actually are, but aside from that point, the reason why I run this is because I'm a member of a stream team. I mentioned them earlier, called the Clock Tower. Fun group of people, lots of speedrunners amongst us actually. And we were doing an anniversary event for our team, our group. And one of our members, Tainted Tali, found this game in a thrift store. And they decided, hey, guess what? I'm just going to play this random game as part of the celebration for Clock Tower's anniversary, and we're going to see how bad it is, and also if we can speedrun it. And it was a delightful stream. Several of the team were watching, including myself. And when Tali created the page and put it up on SRC, well, I guess it kind of like lit a spark amongst us, and before you knew it, 4 or 5 of us had got times on the game, and it grew from there, really. We've actually got quite a few people on the board now. And if you're thinking, hey, this game looks great, first of all, what is wrong with you? Second, I can hook you up. So just talk to me or any of the members of the stream team that run it. Just reach out and we'll help you out. Although you really must reassess your decision-making skills. And this game is very kind of like broken, not like in a bad... like, it's robust enough that it's very hard to sequence break, okay? There's no sequence breaking in this game. You just have to play it fast. The problem is literally everything else. So, the controls are a bit wonky, the character model gets stuck on things constantly, the camera is hard to move, and so on and so forth. And also, every level starts with a minute-long loading screen. So, usually I would throw this over to the host, but I will let the host butt in if there are any, like, things to make. I'll just keep talking, don't worry, I can fill time forever. So
Yeah, we haven't got any new donations in just yet, but if anyone does want to donate, please do so.
You really should. I mean, I should tell you up front, there's like a when what is it called when a school charges you for like resources and stuff? Like, I used to do A-level photography, and they charged us a certain amount, my parents, for resources and things, but I can't remember what that actual word is called. But yeah, there's one for Scare School. And it costs a donation to InstaYabathon, so really consider one if you can, because otherwise you're not going to be able to graduate, and that's going to be embarrassing. You need to just, dig deep.
I'm honestly not sure what that word is, because I've never heard it before.
Oh, yeah, I'm really annoyed that I can't remember, but that's because I'm also trying to speedrun one of the worst games of all time simultaneously. Oh, by the way, I didn't even mention that level 2 involves a giant flying pirate ship. I mean, how did that escape me? For some reason, apparently it's in the lore of the school. The school bus is the Flying Dutchman. I've never watched an episode of Casper Scare School in my life, and I'm not going to start now. Occasionally, when I run this at Marathon, I get people pop in the chat and say, oh, yeah, that's blah, 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 and they grew up on this show, and fair play to you. You know, if it's nostalgia for you and your childhood, fair play. I was already a grown-ass man by the time this came out. So I'd moved on to other things. But now I'm an even older grown-ass man, and I'm back on it. But yes, so we've now reached level 3, and the rest of the levels will look a lot more like this one. Level 1, we had to find stuff before we could leave for school, and in level 2, we had to pick up all of our friends in the school bus. But now we're at school, and of course the focus is on the curriculum. And the curriculum at a school that deals with monsters and ghosts is apparently racing. Racing is the only thing that matters. If you want to graduate, you've got to come first in the race. Everything else is completely immaterial. They believe in go fast more than Sonic does, and that's not a sentence I use lightly. So it's 3 laps outside the school in this level, then the next level is 3 laps outside the school and inside the school. And you may have noticed in the first level, I was kind of getting stuck on doorways and things every so often. That's only going to get worse in the next level, because the inside of the school is very cramped and small. I will say though, however, I feel like I'm making pretty good time. I wish I had my splits running. This is what happens when I don't practice at all and just jump in. But you might have also noticed Casper's little cherubic bottom behind. I can use very nice language so that I don't get reprimanded again. But yeah, whoever modelled Casper really took their time and took pride in their work, which I can appreciate, because this game was made in an afternoon. That's what I'm going to believe until I actually talk to members of the team. And it wouldn't be me running a Blast Publishing game at Marathon without me doing my traditional reach out. If you ever worked for Blast Publishing, I would love to talk to you. I've got an idea for a sweeping 2-hour-long video essay on YouTube all about Blast Publishing and playing all of the games that they released. So, if you ever worked for them or you know someone, let me know, because I'd love to know what the process was. I'd love to know how much time you actually had to develop these things. If the attitude was just shove it out there, or if the attitude was no, let's try and make something actually halfway decent. In which case, most of you failed, but I'm not going to be too nasty about it. So we're now inside the house. Well, call it a house. It's a school apparently, but it just looks like a big house to me. It's actually smaller than Casper's house, so maybe they should make Casper's house the scare school. There'd be more room. Just saying. Yikes. Okay, I got stuck on things. There we go. So yeah, you will notice me getting stuck on things a lot, unfortunately. But we got through most of that relatively unscathed. Honestly, this might end up being a fairly decent time. Oh, by the way, you can absolutely bounce on the lava there. There's no repercussions for that. The only reason we don't do it is because the platforms are ever so slightly faster. So if you can get the platforms, like they're on a cycle going up and down, if you can actually get on the right cycle and use them, you should. But ultimately, if you need to, you can just bounce on the lava. I mean, maybe that's the difference between green and red lava. I have no idea. Green lava's totally safe to bounce on, but stay away from that red lava. Oh, I'm getting through these doorways pretty well, actually. Oh, had to say something. It's like trying to steer a pinball through, I don't know. Do you guys remember Screwball Scramble? It's like playing Screwball Scramble on a moving train. Same levels of precision involved. God, I used to love Screwball Scramble. I didn't realise that they made a second and a third board until I think I saw Ashens. Did Ashens do a video on it? It might have been Ashens. Anyway, we're also lapping these children by catching up with them and beating them again. Honestly, but what? Oh, I just don't know. The music, usually this bit plays when I get to the end of the level, but I don't know if it's also just on like a general cycle for the music, because this feels fast, but I'm probably deluding myself. I was like, could this be a world record? I mean, technically it could be, but it's probably not that. We'll find out, won't we? Garlips doesn't watch the rest of the levels. Which is not a promise, but I'll try my best. You may have noticed I'm jumping over hills and stuff. There are lots of invisible walls here, but oh wow, okay, that's a fail. So that's 4 levels down of 6. So we are now going to go into hurdles, which is a mind game. I always like to say hurdles is the mind game. This is the level where it's very easy to lose. You've got to keep up the pressure, and you must make sure that you do not miss a jump. Otherwise, things are going to go very, very badly for you. I've had to restart this level at Marathon because restarting is actually quicker than going through with it and losing. So I'm going to focus up here for a little bit. It is just 3 laps of a square, which sounds easy, doesn't it? But I promise you, if you miss one jump, then you don't stay ahead anymore. And that's a problem. Because that's what Scare School is all about. How do the other kids graduate if the only person who graduates is the person who wins the races? It only means one person can graduate a year. Then I suppose most of them are immortals, so I mean, they've got to burn time, right? It's like the Cullens from Twilight. We've matriculated them many times. We've collected 100 like school mortarboards or whatever. Garlips is currently giving you the live, unfiltered, top of his dome talk, and he might be talking absolute rubbish. That's a possibility. If so, I apologise. But we're coming up on the end of the level here now. There it is. Casper's first, of course. I mean, can we envision any other scenario? Probably not. Going into level 6, this is the one that also lags out. Like, level 2 and level 6 lag out the both the emulator and an actual PlayStation 2 as well. Because I think it's the geometry of the level is just massive, and that it can't quite deal with it. But this is the last level. Don't worry, I will count down time. I'm supposed to be filling about 20 minutes, but I'm actually on a good pace. It feels like a good pace. So we might actually finish super early, which is not great. That's not what I was supposed to be doing, but oh well. Right, so in the last level, we have to race against this kid called Thatch. I'm reliably informed that Thatch is the antagonist of Casper Scare School, and he is the rival of Casper. We're going to leave him in the dust. You can easily outrun him on this level. If you lose to him, you're doing something wrong. The bigger problem, far and away, is making sure that you touch those kids. Now, that sounds wrong, but let me put it into context for you, okay? There are 4 children on this map, friends of Casper, schoolmates, chums, and you have to free them by touching them, like kind of just gently nudging into them, but it's very easy to miss them. You can kind of shoot past them, and trying to right yourself and get back to where you're supposed to be is very difficult in this game. So, there's the second one. Oh, almost missed a gate. Did miss a gate, wow. Okay, that was bad. I don't want to talk about it. By the way, if you're watching this and you're thinking, that Garlips guy, he's funny, he's witty, you know, he can command an audience. I respect that, man. Well, I will respect you back if you consider a donation. Think about it, just think about it. I will find out what that word is, by the way. It's not like a voucher or a waiver or something, but it's something like that. It's got a name. Yay! Welcome in, Pumpkin Blades. We're just about to finish. Okay, time is coming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time! And that's it. That's Casper Scare School. Over in a flash. Does anyone know what my time was?
12 minutes 44 seconds.
I am very, very happy with that. So, let me just double check. It's definitely not a PB, I don't think. But I'm pretty sure it's within, like, 20 seconds of PB. And I will take that any day of the week, especially at Marathon. So where's Casper Scare School? Let's go take a look real quick. Emulator. 12:33. Oh my god, I'm within, like, 10 seconds of PB.
Bloody hell. That's very good.
That's not bad at all. I will take that. Okay, I will get out of your hair very quickly. I'll say my bit and then move on. But thank you again for having me, InstaSim. And it's a great marathon. Really do consider donating if you can. We've got more games coming up for you in a little bit, including Mr. Matt's run of 50 Cent, Blood on the Sand, which I will be commentating on with a mouthful of pizza, sort of like periodically appearing in front of me. You won't see me, so you won't have to see that. You won't have to witness that, which is good. It's lovely to be here. Had a great time. Please do consider a donation. And yeah, don't go anywhere. The new game coming up next.
Yeah, so we're just trying to finalise what the next run's going to be, but we should have Tempest Mask on in a moment. So if we will be going back to the intermission, and we will sort out what the run is. So I don't know what it is just yet. I think we're going to sort that out in like 5 or 10 minutes, guys. Probably it will be the same game, but a different category. But again, we're just going to figure out first and foremost what we're actually doing. In any case, thank you for the backup run, Garlips. Obviously, you've done... we know who you are at this point. You've done 3 runs for us today, which is absolutely incredible.
You're sick of me at this point.
And we'll see you again later on as well, because you're commentating on Mr. Matt's run as well.
It's lovely.
Thank you very much for taking part, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye for now.